Innistrad Midnight Hunt is approaching, and you can become a part of the pack. All pre-orders for Innistrad Midnight Hunt products will come with an all-new exclusive Covert Go Blue Wolf token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and join the Midnight Hunt. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I think about 24 hours is enough time for the wolves to run rampant and have their way with the meta. So let's shut them down, shall we? It's a new meta. It's important that control mages make sure that we're the only ones who get to have all the fun. So here it is. We're bringing back blue-white control. Yep. The new cards from the new set have given blue-white all kinds of fun toys to play with. Well, let's get right into it and go over the new cards. First up, Fateful Absence. 1 and a white, instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker its controller investigates. An out to planeswalkers, which used to be a very difficult creature type for a deck like this to interact with, and can kill creature lands along with just about any other non-indestructible, non-hexproof creature in the format. It does give the opponent a clue, so you need a way to make up that card advantage, and you don't necessarily want to be playing these on just anything, but when it comes to staying alive, it's really helpful. Sunset Revelry, on the other hand, really helps you stay alive. If an opponent has more life than you, gain 4 life. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. If an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw a card. I remember the review. A constant question was very much about, is this really going to happen? How many modes can you really rely on? Well, in this deck, multiple times on stream yesterday, thank you to everybody, by the way, who stopped by for the release stream. It was a huge success. The only super sad thing is that the VOD didn't record audio for some reason. I had to restart it early on because it wasn't streaming 1080p. I don't know what happened between my software and Twitch, but I had to change some settings, and when I did, it didn't record audio on the VOD, so it doesn't have audio. So I don't have that VOD to share. Very sad. But anyway, Sunset Revelry, I was able to get all 3 modes multiple times in the same game, which is kind of absurd, but it's part of like how we recover from some of the other new cards like Fateful Absence and the one we're going to get to, Faithful Mending, that our opponent does usually get a little ahead of us in cards, but then we come roaring back with cards like Sunset Revelry. We have a Test of Talents. You know this card, but sometimes you just got to get the opponent's counterspells out of their deck. We got 4 Faithful Mending, and this was a card I wasn't sure would make the cut in control. White and blue instant. You gain 2 life, you draw 2 cards, you discard 2 cards. This is card neutral. It's actually card disadvantage and then becomes card neutral when you flash it back because you were able to cast the spell twice. But the idea to gain 4 life and to go through 4 cards and try to find the ones that are good, as well as we have these very matchup specific cards in Sunset Revelry, Test of Talents, some might say Fateful Absence, and several other cards that we're going to get to. Doomscar definitely falls into the situational category. The ability of Mending to discard these cards in the matchups where they do not matter and get you 2 new cards while gaining you life and keeping you moving through your deck is actually a big deal. So I found this card to be quite good. 3 Borrowed Times, Banishing Light reprint basically, but you need outs to various permanents on the battlefield. 2 Divide by Zeros and 4 Saw It Comings. You know how those work, but it does give us access to one of the only ways to beat down for the win. We'll get to that. Reprinted, Devious Cover-Up. And it's time for the pep talk, guys. There's going to be so many comments, what's the win con? There's going to be so many comments like, this is toxic, this is evil, this is horrible. How could you do this? You're the worst person ever. Look, you guys complained about Yorion. Those same players complained about Yorion every day for a year and a half. And you know what? Yorion was a mercy. Yorion attacked you 5 times and the game ended. If they're not going to give me good win cons, and we don't have something like a Dream Trawler, or I'd put it in the deck. If they're not going to give me good, reliable win cons that are hard to kill, I'm going to kill you by countering every spell you play, and shuffling counter spells back into my library with Devious Cover-Up. Counter target spell, if a spell was countered this way, exile it. You may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Yeah. I'm just gonna loop these 2 Devious Cover-Ups and like 3 other counter spells. You're never gonna play anything. I'm not gonna run out of cards. You're eventually gonna die. And, you know, you were lucky. Look at me. You were lucky Yorion killed you as quickly as it did, because I have plenty more patience to go around. Let's continue with the deck tech. Memory Deluge, 2 blue instant. Look at the top X of your library, where X is the amount spent to cast it. Put 2 in your hand, rest on the bottom, flashback for 7. So for 4 mana, you look at 4, you pick 2. For 7 mana, you look at 7, you pick 2. This card is amazing, an excellent card draw spell. I do think it's better than Behold the Multiverse and various other options that sit in the format, so this is what we're running, and I've loved it so far. 1 copy of Teferi, who slows the sunset. The plus gets you life. The ultimate, I guess, makes your opponents extra miserable and draws you a ton of extra cards, and the minus is okay. 1 copy of the new Teferi, because it's blue-white control. It's day 1. Let's put it to work. 4 copies of Doomscar to blow them up. 1 copy of Seagate Restoration, which we do end up casting pretty often to just max out the way that we burn through our deck. In the mana base, we got some big hits. We got 4 copies of Deserted Beach. These new dual lands are amazing. Play them whenever you can. And 4 copies of Field of Ruin, which is a game changer for control. Finally, checking those Faceless Havens and Assorted Creature lands on the spot. In the Wish board, we have the one way to kind of attack for lethal, unless you count the 2 Hall of the Storm Giants, 1 Mascot Exhibition. We got Introduction to Prophecy and Annihilation, Teachings, Reduced to Memory for some more removal, and 2 Sciences to keep the life total high and the mana on the board. And that's the deck. Settle in. Get yourself a glass of, or a cold can of what you like. It's time for CGB, playing blue-white control in the new meta. One of my favorite videos to make every year. Let the nonsense begin. Well, if they play creatures, it's a good hand, and you always have to assume that they play creatures. You'll be right more than you're wrong. Meta's still well over 70% creature decks. Okay, they just wanna, they really wanna play with new emotes. Your go. Nobody cares about your new emotes. Maybe they do. What a time-wasting fool. All right, set this up. Get ready to blow them up. New cards! Let's buy the emotes, but play mono green. Mono green's a good deck, I understand. Alright, I'll go for the Ranger class. They're probably holding up a Snakeskin Veil. This also may want... They should probably play more stuff to the board. Right? They're only attacking for 4. But we'll see. Down to 11. And a pack later. That's a Doomscar. Nuke 'em. No card draw for you. So when are we going to play these counter spells is what I'm worried about. Yep. Easy Chariot from the opponent there. Field of Ruin. So we're set up for the Haven. What will they do? If they just attack us with the 2/2s, we're pretty happy. I think we just say go. Tempting to foretell here, but I have uses for my mana in a lot of different ways, depending what they decide to do. The Troll. Don't really want to blow up the Troll. If they power up Haven, we can Fateful. So let's go ahead and counter the Troll. Hope that they power... I said Haven, I mean Chariot. I hope they power up Chariot. They do? Okay. No Veil available. Foretell Doomscar, I think. Hold up the Memory Deluge and the cover-up. See what they do. If they go for the Haven, we'll kill it with the field, but they can see that, so they probably won't. They might think that they'll protect it with Veil, but we can kill it with the ability to turn into a creature on the stack. Yep. Like this. They should tap it for mana so they can sack a clue or play something. That is actually really good for them. They kind of dodge a Memory Deluge and a cover-up that way. Nice draw. This actually draws us a card, gives us the creatures, and gives us the life. All 4 modes, or all 3 modes. The 4th mode is Tilt. All 4 modes unlocked. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. When you just spend your whole game, like, in these situations, the Revelry just becomes so good. I mean, they had so many things that give us trouble. They had early creatures. They probably still hold a Snakeskin Veil. They had a Faceless Haven, and they had a Nasika's Chariot on the field. And we got them all. We got them all. Now here comes some Blizzard Brawlin'. That's fine. Don't really want to use counterspells to protect 1/1s. It's not great. Just absorb some damage. Another troll. It's so frustrating. Yeah. Let's get it exiled. Shuffle this back in. Shuffle this back in because they'll have more creature lands. Shuffle the Doomscar back in. Shuffle in the Saw It Coming. Teferi, they're gonna love you.
This is a serious situation.
Oh, do I really have to submit 0 every time? I just want the land. Just give me that land, Teferi. Alright, so we gain 2 life. Now the opponent feels like they have to attack Teferi. We have a counterspell open. Alright, we need another Field of Ruin or another creature removal. They're going to attack the Teferi down. They go for the Veil. Yeah, it's fine. I know, guys. Oh, let's Teferi die, but I think it's the right play. I'm a horrible, horrible gamer. Yeah, let's Doomscar. If they just punch us with the Lair of the Hydra, we Memory Deluge. Patience is 100% the key. Gotta be patient. What do they hit us for here? 6? Ouch. But we threaten to block it with the Hall of the Storm Giants next time. Ooh. 2 mana open. What are they gonna do? If we have to counter it, that's pretty bad for us. But I think the Hall just becomes the new house. Oh, man. So, with an untapped land... No, wait, we'll just have the Hall open next turn. Let's counter this. Come at me, bro. You ain't big enough. Yeah, add it up. Yep. My creature land stronger, your creature land. See, it's not even in here as a win con. It's a defensive measure. Don't do it. Don't do it. You think I missed it? I didn't. All right. Let's start the deluge. Another counter is great. Another haul is really good. Fateful Absence, though, also solves our creature land problem, freeing us up to counter things later. Let's say go. If they do nothing, we can flash back the Deluge. And just like that, we've got a number of active spells. All right, they're going to try to hold on to their lair. It's not getting better for you out here. All right, let's grab... all right, 7. The Revelry won't draw us cards, but gains life and makes creatures. That's pretty good. Well, it doesn't make creatures until they play another creature. Okay, in that case, we'll just grab the field and divide by 0. If you're in a spot where holding up mana is relatively trivial, it's better to wait for them to activate their creature land. And then if you ever are going into a turn where you think you'll tap out, you can Field of Ruin their creature land, but there's no reason like to do it right now. And if we did, they could activate it for, say, a small amount in response and Snakeskin Veil it, which would be a blowout. Let's mend. Yay, land. Let's mend again. It's another 4 life, and we see a whole bunch of cards. I think we can discard Doomscar safely now. Revelry, we can wait for them to have a creature before we play that. Attack? Nah. Why? Well, what would the fun in that be? Maybe that was a good turn to foretell, though. Whoa! X equals 8. Let's divide that by 0. Very expensive card. Let's send it back. So we could get Mascot Exhibition and actually pressure our opponent? Nah. Why would I do such a thing? I don't understand. This is how we magic, okay? Gain that life, build up those resources. I guess they might go for Hydra if we tap low enough. And then we get to absence it. I don't even care. It's not that important. Alright, second layer. Are they ever going to use these in the face of Field of Ruin, huh? 1 mana open. Let's go ahead and cover it up. And we'll get back covered up. Tear Fairy. Saw it coming. Divide by 0. Woo! Just slowly make the deck better and better and better and better. Beautiful. One of these can get foretold. There's a chance we can get down low enough to where we can draw from the Sunset Revelry. I mean, we're having fun, right? We're in no rush. Nuke that. They finally pumped mana into it. We'll go get a land. Also, it makes the opponent's deck 1 card smaller to consistently blow up their lands with Field of Ruin. There's a mending. Let's go ahead and... well, we're going to discard land to it anyway. We'll just say go. We're up to 13. It's getting a little risky. Maybe we won't get the creatures. Pew. Bang, bang. All their creature lands. They still have more havens probably somewhere in the deck, but we'll see whether or not they cut any of them. Drop these off. And you see, mending in the late game, we just like fly through all these lands. Feels really good. All right, now we have Divide by 0 and Teferi to protect. Let's slow this sunset, shall we? I could minus and dig for more cards, but I'm doing good on cards. I'm just going to try to hit the ultimate, which is, by the way, You get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step. It's nice. Let's go ahead and send this away. Why give the opponent the 2-for-1? Let's hold this until we have a card we want to discard. So I guess the opponent does have a card that's a little inconvenient. We have Faithful Absence, but we don't need it. Alright, I'll minus. The greed got to me. I want cards. Yay. The deluges. The deluges really lock things up when you're in the late game with a small library. You just start flying through your library, getting everything you want all the time. So here, if they have a Snakeskin Veil, it's a legit problem. And they're leaving 2 mana open. Okay. 8/8. Big enough to get around the hall. So let's see what they do with it. They attack the Teferi, we can bounce it with Divide by 0, and we don't have to play into the Veil. We can also use Fateful Absence to get one of the Veils cast. Okay. So, we can either resolve that, or we can bounce the Fateful Absence to our hand with Divide by 0. What would we rather have, a Teferi in our hand, or cast Fateful Absence again, counter it, kill the lair? We'll kill the lair. This is fine. Defend Teferi with a Mascot Exhibition. Okay. They didn't use another Veil there. Fun. I'm gonna keep holding on to this till I have cards I wish to discard. But yeah, we'll play the Mascot Exhibition now.
And some think time only flows in one direction.
Opponent will crack their clue. They want to keep fighting. The green deck can rumble. It can go long. They're halfway through their library. Unnatural growth. You got it. You got it. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Bad timing. Let's see if the opponent can take advantage. Nope. Play Amending. Discard you and the Doomscar I don't think we need anymore. Play another Hall. Attack. Double those critters. Do it. Untaps. Pass turn. What do you think? Are they locked down? Pretty locked down, right? I think we got them. Another Omega Contortionist troop. We're just not gonna play like that. Let's get some Field of Ruins back in. Let's get the Mascot Exhibition back. Get one of the Divide by Zeros. Nah, one of the Saw It Comings back. We already kind of got from our sideboard what we needed with Divide by 0, and we have another one. Ah, so nice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Unnatural growth. All right, let's see if you survive this combat. Nope. Time flies by when you're playing Control. Just boom, it's gone. Where did it go? I don't know. On the play. Let's do it. We've got a little bit of removal. No card advantage. Kind of sad. Divide by 0 doesn't really count, but maybe on the play we can unload our hand and go get teachings. Fateful Absence actually works kind of with teachings, which is funny. Oh, the Revelry. Right here we could draw a card and make 2 creatures, but if we wait one more turn, we'll gain life too. That's a great draw. You're gonna see this card cut loose here. Down to 18. All right. Land. Revelry. All the modes. 4 life. 2 1/1s. Draw a card. Busted. Straight up busto. Opponent's like, well, I've got this clue I can crack. Yeah, you can, but you're not being aggressive if you do that. And here comes Cody. Code Spell Cleric. Here comes the Rumble. We'll trade for that. Why not? All right, now we have to find a Wrath. That's the next order of business. So I think we're going to Absence Mending. If we're going to Absence, we should probably just Absence the Clarion Spirit anyway. We could also hold it up in case they go for an Elite Spellbinder, but they might get another 1/1 out of the deal if they have an instant. What would that be? I guess they don't have many instants. We can wait till the first spell hits the stack. Don't really want to play Borrowed Time against them unless we're targeting the token because they run Skyclave Apparition. Unless we plan to immediately kill the Apparition. Go to combat, huh? Yeah, I don't have to take damage from this. I don't have to tolerate this. Divide by 0, not great against them either, but we might just need the cards. Curious if they're going to play like Elite Spellbinder here. Yep. So do we mend? If the opponent exiles the mending, it's a lot worse. But I guess if they exile it and we do nothing with this turn, we still have 2 reactive plays to make, but we don't have anything good. I think we do it now. They'll probably take the Deluge. We'll draw more land. Against white, we always draw more land. They might take the Deluge. Helps me find the Wrath. We're still at 22 after all. We've gained so much life already. Sort of wondering if I should have discarded Borrowed Time. Kept the Beach. So this turn, they play something we want to counter, we counter it. If they don't, we Deluge. Try to find Doomscar in another land. Start getting up on cards instead of low on cards. One thing about this blue-white deck, you spend the early turns lower on cards than your opponent a lot of the time because of Faithful Mending. It's a very different experience. Redain. Yeah, we gotta counter that. Could Deluge now if we plan to do it anyway. Yeah, we don't have anything good reactive to do, so let's just do this now. And we needed a land. We missed. That really sucks. Kind of unreal, but it happened. That's what we get for discarding 2 lands. No more in the top 6. Good top deck from the opponent with the Faceless Haven, so they get their Legion Angel online. Now we're in huge trouble. We can Doomscar here. I think, would that be a mistake? I guess if they are going to play another Angel, we can hit it with Borrowed Time. It's not like we have a counterspell or anything to play outside of the Doomscar. And if they power up the Haven and swing with that, that's fine too, because they made no board. So they have to play another Angel here. Oh, nice. They have 2 creatures. Good top deck on the land. And they're not going to play the Angel? Okay. Oh, this is going to be tough. The mana screw's been brutal. But I think we just say go here. The Mendings might have to solve this. But yeah, let's hold up mana and make them make tough decisions about how to attack us. They know about Divide by Zero. They know about Borrowed Time. They know we have 1 Field of Ruin and they have 2 Havens. If they try to drag this out with Usher of the Fallen... Alright, let's get into combat and make them use their mana in combat. Curious if they'll draw a card or make a 1/1 with the Usher. Probably make a 1/1. Nope, draw a card. We need more Sunset Revelry. Alright, 2 white, 2 blue. Let's go get white. Do they have another 1-drop? They probably do. That's a good one. Well, we can safely discard this counter spell. Another Haven. Jesus. We cannot draw the right cards. Like, we have absolutely failed at that. I think we play Teferi. It's gonna die, and we Borrowed Time the Paladin class. We could Borrowed Time the Usher. Can the opponent turn on Faceless Haven and level up Paladin class? Not quite. Okay.
Someone call for a hero? Second here, second there. Who's counting?
Not good. Not good, but hanging in there. Yeah, if I went way back in time, I think just discarding these was a huge mistake. What would I have done differently? I think I discard this Borrowed Time. It's been rotting in my hand a really long time. So, yeah. I think I goofed this one up pretty bad. I just believed that my 27 deck wouldn't go 6 cards in the library in a row without a land, but that, of course, can happen. Opponent reaches for the Angel. And the Luminarch. Okay, so they're rebuilding a board here. We've got to find another sweeper. We find Faithful Absence. And we have Divide by Zero. So we can go Divide and then Absence using the mana from Teferi. Or we can dig with Teferi. We do need Field of Ruin pretty bad. What are we even going to get with the Divide? Nothing too useful, but it does make the opponent play the Angel again. Yeah. I guess I get Mascots and just at some point make a board with them. I do still like bouncing the more expensive card. I mean, everything's a threat, right? So if we're going to Absence something, we'll Absence this. And we have to do it this turn because of Paladin class. Clarion, on. Okay. Well, we're slowly getting our life total back. And hopefully getting closer to Doomscar. But we haven't found it yet, have we? So if we go for the Exhibition, we can kind of stall for a turn, but I don't feel like we really gained that much. We still have this to think about. But yeah, we're basically threatening an ultimate. And then if the opponent attacks this a lot and they remove like one of our threats, I don't know. I think that this is the right play. I think it's the right play to go for the mascot exhibition.
Who's counting?
They have to attack the Teferi now. And if they play out their hand, maybe we dig to a Doomscar next turn with Teferi. Okay, they can Paladin class kill the Teferi. Alright, they had a plan. They had a plan, so... Wait, face? Okay. Cool. Interesting. They're offering me an emblem. They're offering me an emblem. We can do so much with this emblem. Untap all permanents you control on each opponent's untap step. Draw a card during each opponent's draw step. But can we survive? We can gain some life. We can flashback memory deluge. Oh, there's so much we can do, but is it good enough? Gain 2 puts us up to 9. Block, block. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so much damage. I don't think it works. All right. Let's start with a mending and see if we just draw a Doomscar. We do not. Has not been a good day for drawing the Doomscar, but I think we need to right here. Gosh, can I survive though if I just flashback mending, do something else? Man, another Revelry, for example, would be amazing. But this'll just kill me, right? It'll just kill me. Such a tough decision. There's the Doomscar. Okay. Game continues. Let's see if they finally kill this Teferi or... Wait, can they just kill me? Do they have enough snow? They're one short, right? They're one short. Interesting. Not powering up the Haven. They do not respect the new Teferi. No respect. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Alright, so we take out their Angel. We could take out the Paladin class, but I think here we definitely take out the Angel. Because if they don't have a threat, the class isn't that scary. We counter the next one, or we Field of Ruin there, Faceless Haven. They don't know about the Saw It Comings. They can double Haven here. But they know about one Field of Ruin just hanging out. What a game. Enough with the Legion Angels. Enough! Spellbinder will get the other Saw It Coming, of course. Okay. Draw off the top. Could flashback Memory Deluge, but that takes down the Field of Ruin for the Haven. The opponent might be thinking that they're going to use this Paladin class to double strike me to death. So I think we dig. Cast Anticipate for free. Yep. Do we go after the Paladin class now? It's so tempting, right? but I don't think so. I think it's still you. All right, they know they've got to do this. Let's see how they play it. Two of them. Coming for my face. Coming for maybe my face. Going for Teferi. Do we defend Teferi? I think we do. Teferi's gained so much life. He's put in so much work. We will fight for Teferi. Good tap selection there, so the opponent can play a 1-drop if they draw it. A 2-drop if they draw it even. We fall to 6. Opponent says go. We draw divide by 0. Teferi dig again. Ooh, baby. Gotta get through those lands somehow. We could Faithful Mend this. We could bounce a Paladin class and cast Teachings. That's 6 mana, leaves us 3. So many options. I think we Mend. We still have 5 mana to cast Saw It Coming. 6, I guess, is what you actually need. Alright, we'll discard those. But we got ourselves back up to 8. Say go. Opponent with the power up. Opponent with the level up. And now... divide by 0. They're gonna have another card in hand, right? I'm gonna get to cast this, I think. But I don't know if it solves my problem. This can gain life and then we can mend it away. Alright, I'm gonna try to get Teachings to resolve here. I think it can. They can replay this class, but they can't replay the other card. Yep. So what do you attack? So far they've ignored Teferi. But now you have a straight shot. Nope. Nope. 0 respect. Devious Cover-Up, Faithful Mending. It's still not there. And we already played our land, so I might have to power up a Hall, but I can do that. Just gain that life, baby. Just gain that life. Hang in there. Hang in there. We used all of our borrowed time, so I don't have an easy way to remove Paladin class anymore. We just have to play through it. No choice. This game has been 100% hard mode. Where are the rest of the Sunset Revelries? They're on the bottom. God, I need them. All right, level 2. Opponent's like, why won't you just die? 5/4, 6 life. Attacks. Who says I don't play creatures? Eh? Did you hope I didn't know? Did you hope I didn't know? Or do you have a plan? Do you have something you're trying to sneak on the battlefield here that's really good? A flyer? That is really good. I think the opponent made a good choice. Redain. Alright, we've got to solve Redain. We're at 6. We can gain life with the Mending. The opponent can double strike it though, so it's a long way to go. So let's dig. There's a Revelry. Took you long enough. That's 4 life and 2 critters, but they can't block this. Let's mend. There's a Doom Scar. That's 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It works. It actually works. It actually gets there. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay. What an obnoxious deck. Are you out of creatures to play? Yes, you are. Okay. And you can take that what an obnoxious deck however you want. Am I talking about myself? Am I talking about the opponent? I don't know anymore. Let's see. What is there? 15 cards. Let's flashback Mending. Gain that life. Discard cards we don't really need. I guess I can't discard the cover-up. Do want to keep I want to keep this. I guess we discard Doomscar now, right? We're not going to let them resolve any more spells. And Teferi on the up. And I guess I'll play this and gain the... No, we'll wait for the creature. We'll wait for a little ground creature that it can nullify completely. Opponent passing turn. Deluge. They finally broke. All right, we just grabbed 2 more deluges there. And then we never run out of stuff ever again. Oh, yes. On the play, lots of good spells, not the best lands. Maybe we'll finally see a downside to these. But I'm going for it because we have the Revelry. We can fall behind early, and it can be okay. Spooky board. $27 land. Will we find number 3? What's opponent up to? I don't know. I like smashing pumpkins. A 90s kid. As in, I was a teen in the 90s. Party, party, party. We're gonna have a party. Need to have a party, better have a party. All right. Let's make some white mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is all the modes. Beautiful. Let's go. Oh, not the life. That's right. I'm supposed to wait 1 more turn and take a bump. I was supposed to take a bump from the Paragon. It's fine. It's fine. It's still pretty good. Paging land number 4. Can I have land number 4? I'd really like it. Look at these dudes in the pumpkin. They're so happy. What you got? Love to get rid of a member of the party here. Linvala is really good against Doomscars, so Borrowed Time might have to help. Okay, plays another Paragon. Holds up Suspicious Mana. Let's get you Foretold and pass the turn. Concerted Defense, anybody? Maybe I should have played this on my turn just to see if they have Concerted Defense. Just to check for priority. The knowledge would be nice. Masked Vandal, sure. So we could Fateful Absence this, but they have the mana, so they can probably just crack the clue. And it's not one of the most important creatures to remove. All right, no Concerted Defenses. Went by way too fast. Let's drop off the other one of these Mendings. How are we going to play this game? Let's drop off the Absence. Test of Talents. If they run the spoils or the defenses, this might get them. Let's keep holding. We can take this damage for a little while because we have so much life gain in our deck. Let's try to spend this turn on the Memory Deluge. Maybe a Divide by 0. Don't be afraid to discard the Fateful Absences if you don't want to give your opponent a card for their lame creature. As long as you're not going to die. Hopefully Doomscar's going to resolve here since we have Test of Talents. Alright. We're gonna test them and see if they drew concerted defense again here. Ooh, we have stick this time. There's more mana open than last time, but there is stick. Oh, Spoils of Adventure. Okay. Good window to resolve that. Let's take the Revelry and the land. We're gonna need land. Still early. Play this. This is all the modes, right? It is. Okay. Sweet. Oh, it's so good. Give me my pumpkins. Let's go. This is a Halloween party, isn't it? Get it? Because party? Okay. Then voila. So if we try to counter this and the opponent forces it through, next turn we can borrowed time it. I guess that's pretty good. Okay, no concerted defense yet again. They have a lot of cards in hand. Let's grab Teachings. I can't believe we're actually going to get all this benefit from having less cards in hand than they have. Yes, bring them out. Bring them out. Not on blue. Definitely don't have the concerted. Play the Archpriest. Play the Cleric. Yes. Are they good? You know, it only has flying till end of turn. You should probably give this flying for more damage. Anyway. Yeah. This has got to feel bad. I wonder if they have basics in their deck. Boom shakalaka. I don't have like a lot of instants to play. Do you guys want to find out if there's basics in their deck? Do you run basics? Do you run basics? Land destruction for the win, guys. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and foretell this. Say go, because I don't think they're going to give us something to test from an empty board. Probably just going to play the Limvala. All right, Field of Ruin is now the best card in our deck. We want to draw every single one that we can. All right, Ass Pirate. Definitely want to put you on borrowed time. That part I'm sure of. Then we have to solve you. But Doomscar can. And we have 19 life. Because we just don't take damage with this deck. We just recover from everything. Also, we didn't end up playing Teachings. And they got their hand pretty well underneath us. Interesting sacrifice selection. But maybe they have no way to get out from under borrowed time anyway. But now, something that allows me to do is divide by 0 my borrowed time and play it again. Which is really fun. The Bears. Okay. The Bears are here. Well, we'll faithful mend away the Teaching since we didn't get to use it. Oh, Field of Ruin. Land destruction for the win. We a land destruction gamer now. When you smell blood in the water, you gotta behave like a shark would. Boom. Let's just pass not foretell and use the mending. Another temple. Okay. All right. You're gonna play rough. We'll try to deluge instead of mend here. But I like in situations where I'm under no pressure waiting on the mending until I have cards in my hand that I do want to discard. We can borrowed time the shapeshifter. And then we have another empty borrowed time for a divide by 0. Deluge. Let's grab Devious Cover Up and Deluge. I'm gonna discard the Doom Scar. I'm not gonna need it anymore. We are now the counter everything deck. So now the question starts to become, how much can they actually take? Should have deluged first if I were doing it in perfect order. Oh no. What if you woke up and had no basics in your deck and Field of Ruin were reprinted? Isn't that just a nightmare? I mean, when given the choice between attacking with the 7/7 and flashing back the Deluge, you know me. You know who I am. There's Teferi. That'll tilt him into oblivion, right? Let's slow this sunset.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's foretell. Burrs. Devious Cover Up. Let's enter the realm where we absolutely destroy everything. And counter everything. Get all those Field of Ruins back in the deck. We're going to old school Teferi them and leave them with no land. That's my plan. Nice. Oh my goodness. You guys convinced yet that I'm the worst? That I'm the ultimate evil?
Don't worry. It's only a little mystery.
Come on. Come on. Play a spell, I dare ya. I double dare ya. Bounce my own borrowed time. We'll go get the Out of Their Misery card in Mascot Exhibition. And we end the turn. Be funny to see a Doomscar come out of their party deck. Oh, come on. Come on. Where's the Field of Ruins? Thank you. I was getting concerned. You don't have very many blue sources. Oh, can we ultimate this? We can. Oh, okay. Let's go. I have not had this ultimate before. Should be fun. So we are untapping all permanents we control on each opponent's untap step and drawing a card during each opponent's draw step. Our opponents still do all those things, but you know. Spoils of Adventure. Oh, no. Oh no. Opponent with one more land in their hand. The dismantling of a magician. Oh, they're playing it out. BM, baby. BM it is. This could end at any time, you know. They chose this world. They chose this life. Lock it down, baby. Lock it down. Okay. Enough, quote, fun, unquote. Let's end it. Thank you, opponent, for letting me do all of my nonsense. You are nice. Top 1500! Straight up terrible, toxic control. Are you not entertained? There it is. What has become tradition. The once a season full-on blue-white control extra long version video for all of you to enjoy. I really love this deck. Is it competitive? I don't think many people will play it. I don't think there will be that much of it on the ladder. I think it's an acquired taste. I think it's reserved for the few, the proud, the obnoxious, the control mages who really just want to do nothing. You just can't picture a better sequence of turns than mending into deluge into whatever the hell else we did. In this video, it's an acquired taste. And even when it's the best deck in the format, not many people will get on it. They'll stick to their Goldspan Dragons. A lot of control mages will. But I love this deck, and I do think Wizards made a mistake in not giving us something like a Dream Trawler to close the game easily, because, as you can see, I'll just turn to the cover-up. I am not afraid to go light on win cons to make a point and to win a game of Magic the Gathering. So, game changers, Field of Ruin. This being back in the format really makes this deck possible. I don't think it could possibly compete without it. Fateful Absence and Sunset Revelry are great. Both of these cards make surviving the early game much more feasible than it has been with blue-white in a very long time, meaning you don't have to have Doomscar in every hand to compete. And in the late game, Memory Deluge is a kind of one-card take-it-over type of effect. So, sky's the limit. What would I change right now? I don't know if we require Teferi, but he definitely proved his worth in a few spots. I think 1 is a fine number. I want to put a Mordenkainen in the deck. I just don't really think it's that good, and I think it'll clog up my hand. Maybe I shouldn't worry about that with Faithful Mending in the deck. Maybe Mordenkainen could be one of the Divide by Zeros or one of the Borrowed Times. I think that some amount of Borrowed Time is necessary. Enchantments, artifacts show up that you can't quite deal with. So I think it's an important card for the deck, and also a situation we never got in. Sometimes you need to put a spell on the stack and then Devious Cover it up to reshuffle your own deck, and putting Borrowed Time on the stack or picking it back up with a Divide by Zero and using Devious Cover Up on it is a good way to kind of keep churning your deck. You can also do that with Doomscar, but you don't need a Borrowed Time. It's just a convenient one, I would say. So, is the deck good? Is it tier 1? We'll do the tier 1 tests probably about a month into the format, because right now it's way too early to know. But if you enjoyed today's video, you'll probably enjoy this deck. Remember, patience is a win con. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.